Hi, this is Miss Goodale, and today I'm going to be talking about finding the volume of a rectangular prism. So first I want to talk about what volume is. The volume is the measure of unit cubes needed to take up a given space without gaps or overlaps. So in this video, I'm actually going to first show you what it is using unit cubes. And then we'll talk about the formula. So the volume of a rectangular prism, the formula is V equals L times W times H, which just means the volume can be found by multiplying the length by the width by the height. Okay, so first of all, using cubes, let's say I have something that's 3 units one way, 4 units the other way, and 1 unit the other direction. So this would be 3, 4, and 1. And now I just have to fill in that area without any gaps. So if I fill that in, I have 3 going this way all the way across. I have 4 going the other way all the way across. And then I have 1 this way, 1 this way. Okay, now how many cubes did that take? Well, I have 3, 6, 9, 12. So it took me 12 cubes to fill up that space. And we'll call that 12 cubic units. And notice I put a 3 above that. That's because we have 3 dimensions, 3, 4, and 1 that we used. All right, so that's just a simple example using blocks. Now I'm going to show you using the formula. So using the formula, length times width times height. So I have 3 times 4 times 1. 3 times 4 is 12. 12 times 1 is 12. And again, it's going to be labeled in 12 units squared, or not squared, to the third power cubed. So I get the same answer if I multiply as I would if I used blocks. Okay, if you think about way back when you did the arrays, your arrays were multiplying one side times the other. This would be also multiplying by how high it is too. Okay, let's use the formula for this one. So we have 2 times 3 times 5. So we have 2 times 3 is 6, and 6 times 5 is 30. And that would be 30 meters cubed. So this does go a little bit faster than when we practiced surface area, because surface area was a lot more complicated. It had a little bit more to it. So now I've put in some fraction numbers here. So my length, instead of drawing it, I have 1.5, 2, and 2.5. Now I'm going to convert these into improper fractions in order to multiply them. So 1.5 is going to be 3 halves, 1 times 2 plus 1. 2 can stay as 2 over 1. And then 2.5 is going to be 5 over 2. 2 times 2 plus 1. Okay? And so then when I multiply this, I could just multiply across and get 30 over 4. Or I could cancel these out and do 3 times 5, 15, and 1 times 2. And 15 over 2 is 15 divided by 2, which is 7 1/2. And the original measurements were feet, so this is going to be feet with a 3 above it, or feet cubed. The next one is another one with fractions, just to practice those. So I'm, again, going to convert those into improper fractions before I multiply. So 3 times 2 is 6, plus 1 is 7. 7 halves times 5 halves times, and 5 is just a whole number, so I do 5 over 1. None of these can cancel each other out, so I'm stuck multiplying 7 times 5 times 5, or 7 times 25, which is 175. 2 times 2 times 1 is 4. And then if I did 175 divided by 4, I would get 43, oops, not 15. 12, 43 with 3 left over. So my 3 is part of a fraction out of 4. So it would be 43 and 3/4. Sorry, I got ahead of myself on that division there. And it started out as inches, so my label is inches with a 3 above it, inches cubed. Now I wanted to show one like this because sometimes instead of giving you 3 dimensions, they may give you the area. That means part of the multiplication has been done for you. That means they've multiplied the length times the width, and you only have to multiply it by the height. So if they do that, don't worry too much about it. They've actually done the extra work for you. So that's only if you have the area though, okay? If you have length, width, and height, you use the formula we've been using. But if you have the area, you multiply the area times the height. 3/4 times 4 over 1. And those two cancel each other out. And I get 3 over 1, which is the same thing as 3 meters cubed. And kind of a hint that it's going to be the area is if it has a 2 above it. If it's just a length of a side, then it's just a single meters. Okay, so those are a few examples of what you may see in your work. Pause, rewind, whatever you need to get through it. If you need to use manipulatives and practice with the cubes some more, let me know. And stay tuned for more videos. Thank you for watching.